Now when you look at the diagram, ZIB is nothing but, you can say ZIB is the input resistance seen from the base, and Z is the total impedance, you can call. You can write it as RIB, then also it is fine. Total input resistance seen from the base. This is your base, emitter and collector. So total resistance seen from this point excluding RTH is RIB, right? ZI is the resistance seen from this point, and Zin is resistance seen after the value of RS. So this is how it is shown. ZO is only RO and ZOut is total resistance considering the RC, right? Now to start with the analysis, how I can find the input resistance ZIB, how I can write the equation. Resistance is nothing but the voltage upon current. So what is the voltage? ZIB is the resistance seen from this point. So what is the voltage across V pi? As I have told you, it is VI. So I can write VI upon the current IB, right? VI upon IB. So I can write VI. Voltage is nothing but current into resistance. So VI is voltage across this resistance R pi. Current flowing through the resistance is IB. So I can write VI as IB into R pi divided by IB. So my ZIB is nothing but R pi. This is for the derivation. For the problem, directly when you look from this point, you can find only one resistance in the base. So directly you can write ZIB as R pi, and the value of R pi we have found out 49.71 kilo ohms, right? Now coming to the next point, ZI. How I can write ZI as voltage VI and the current. I can write ZI as VI upon current flowing through RTH is R in, it is given over here. So I can write it as VI upon I in. Now how I can write VI as, VI can be written as IB into R pi. We have already written VI as IB into R pi. So I can write it as IB into R pi upon I in. Now I want the current flowing through R pi. So what is the current division rule? For example, if you take two resistances RTH and R pi, both are grounded, total current flowing is I in given, this is RTH. Now you want IB flowing through R pi. So how we can write IB as, by current division rule, IB will be RTH, always the resistance in the opposite branch will come in the numerator, upon RTH plus R pi into the total current I in, right? So I can substitute this IB over here. Equation for ZI will be, instead of IB I will write this entire term over here. So 1 upon I in if I am taking out. So what I will have, RTH upon RTH plus R pi, the whole multiplied by R pi into I in. Now what will be done? I in will get cancelled. So you are left with R pi into RTH divided by R pi plus RTH. That means R pi in parallel to RTH. Now how to do for the problem? When you look from this point, you can find only two resistances. Both the resistance have both the terminals common. So when you look from the other part, you have RTH in the base, you have R pi in the base. That means when you are looking from this point, you are finding total resistance, that is nothing but R pi in parallel to RTH, right? So in problem case, what you can do, directly find R pi in parallel to RTH. You need not derive this. In derivation, you need to do all these steps. So what will be R pi parallel to RTH? Your ZI for the problem, what will be the value of ZI? 5.27 kilo ohms. So simultaneously we are solving the problem also. Next is to find the value of Zin. Now what is Zin? The resistance after RS. So what you can say, you have found an equivalent resistance which is ZI. What is ZI? R pi parallel to RTH we have found out, and now the current flowing through both the resistance is the same. This is your RS and here you have your VS. So what I can say, both the resistances are in series. So I can say total input resistance Zin is nothing but RS plus ZI, and ZI is R pi parallel to RTH, what we have already found out. So for the problem, you can find the input resistance as RS plus ZI, which is RS is given as 0.5K plus ZI is 5.27 kilo ohms. So you'll get Zin as 5.77 kilo ohms. So this is how we have found out the input resistance Zin.